Let me show you what it's like to play Ghostrunner. Ghostrunner is an interesting game, and a fun one. Its gameplay is simple, it's stylish, and it's fast. The controls are tight and fluid and work very well with the game's environment and enemies. The story is okay, it's not anything that I haven't seen before, but it gives the player enough motivation to keep going. I doubt you will ever ask yourself, why am I doing all this? Instead, you'll be asking yourself, how am I going to do all this? Ghostrunner is a hard game, and is unforgiving but very fair. Jack, the Ghostrunner you play as, can take one hit until he is reset to the last checkpoint. The enemies you'll fight vary from your standard soldiers, to your heavy gunners, guys with guns and shields, robots that shoot energy waves, soldiers that lunge at you, and many, many more. New enemies are presented as the levels go on, forcing the player to adapt quickly to these foes through trial and error. And that's what Ghostrunner really is, a lot of trial and error. Whether you're parkouring to the next arena of baddies, solving puzzles, or fighting a boss, it will take you a couple tries to best some of these areas. But when it all clicks, it is very rewarding and very satisfying. Ghostrunner can be very linear at times, propelling you from one area to the next, but a lot of these linear style levels are meant to teach you something new. A new pickup like the throwing stars or the slow motion hourglass, a new enemy that requires you to adapt your playstyle, or a new parkour mechanic that may even aid you in battle. All of this leads up to Doom-style arenas in which what you have learned is put to the test before you reach the next zone. These areas really let the player be creative, for the most part. Although it doesn't offer the player a lot of freedom like the more recent Doom Eternal, the slick movement and atmosphere compensate for that. And quite honestly, running around as a cyborg ninja with a grappling hook is more than enough for me. Now, there are a lot of people out there that may try to scare away new players. There's already a sort of get good mentality, similar to Cuphead and Dark Souls, but honestly, Ghostrunner is easier than both of those games, and to play Ghostrunner, you do have to get good. But you don't have to spend hours a day playing this game, maybe 10 minutes. Ghostrunner's gameplay is realistically a loop, and once you've found your own loop that works for you, a whole world of possibilities opens up. The upgrades in this game really define your playstyle and how you use your arsenal. You can only have a few at a time, so choose wisely. The parkour in this game is really fun. I can't explain in words how it makes you feel, you'll just have to play the game for yourself. There are boss fights in this game, and they're pretty great. A lot of these designs, especially Tom, are really creative and force you to adapt once again. So, do I think this game is perfect?
No.
There are some pretty abrupt difficulty spikes in Ghostrunner, especially near the end, but it's nothing impossible. The AI is more artificial than intelligent, and the controls, they're not perfect, but they work very, very well. The music... It's amazing, and I've already added a lot of tracks from the soundtrack to some of my usual playlists. Overall, this game is no masterpiece, but it is really, really fun. The environments are dark and beautiful, the movement is fast, the combat is satisfying, the parkour is really, really enjoyable, the story is there if you care, and the soundtrack alone is worth the price of admission. Go and play Ghostrunner. I promise, you don't have anything better to do right now.